Before Josiah Slavin, as we recap the 21-22 season for your Rockford IceHogs and exit interview day, Josiah, looking back at your year, a lot of great milestones for you, including a full season of action, NHL experience, first NHL point to go along that with it with the Chicago Blackhawks. But when you look back at the year that was for you, first professional campaign, what are some of your highlights?
I think just being with this team. We had a really close group of guys, and that doesn't happen very often in professional hockey. So playing playoffs with these guys was an amazing experience, and I wouldn't trade anything for it.
What made this team so special? A lot of guys were, got some time last year in the shortened season, but coming into this year, guys from overseas, juniors, college, all walks of life, all walks of experience, really. It felt like it took a minute to get the ball rolling, but once it did, it was probably one of the more tight-knit groups I've ever seen as a broadcaster. What did you see inside that locker room?
Yeah, I agree. It was one of the most tight-knit groups I've ever seen, and I think we're all around pretty similar ages, and that definitely helped for sure. And just we just meshed well together, and all our personalities. Everyone's a good guy in that locker room, and our personalities just meshed well, and it was a lot of fun to be with those guys.
First half of the season is when you're trying to get the ball rolling, trying to find that identity, figure out what clicks. It was around the holidays, I've been told, that that was when it all happened. Where did you see as a player when it all started to come together, and in what part on the ice or off the ice occurred to have it come together like that?
Yeah, I think after Christmas, we all went through COVID together. I think almost our whole team got COVID, but after that, we kind of just started gelling on the ice and in the locker room, and we just came together as a group of guys and started playing for each other, and I think that's what did it for us.
As a team, where was the biggest growth in your mind to be successful and catching up? The coaching staff said it was trying to get back to 500 was that first goal, and then building off of it was the second goal. Where was the largest step forward for you as a group?
I think structurally, our team bought in, and I think that's what changed our game. We were all playing the same structure the right way, and when we stuck to that, that's the games that we had success, and I think that's the biggest thing that changed for us.
Just shy of 50 games, 32 points for the IceHogs, 15 contests with the Chicago Blackhawks. You as an individual, you joined the IceHogs after college days last season, got a little bit of a pro hockey life and experience. This was your first run of the mill of the full 72 games and playoffs. Where was your stepping stones? What was the biggest growth in your game you felt?
I think the biggest growth in my game was just confidence. My first year pro, you never know what you're getting into, and so just building confidence throughout the year and just playing a bunch of games in the row built that confidence, and I think that's the biggest stepping stone I had.
You get the call up to the Chicago Blackhawks grab your first NHL point in that same contest against the Washington Capitals. Where does that rank for you in terms of career highlights? I'd imagine it's pretty high up there, but as a motivator, as a driver, that fire in the belly going into the offseason, it's got to be pretty prevalent too, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little taste of the NHL and what it takes to be up there, and so hopefully I can put that all together next season and stay up there the whole season.
Now that you've run the gauntlet of 72 games and playoffs, what needs to be the next step for you to make that a more regular occurrence for you to get those opportunities and get chances at the big leagues?
Yeah, I think this offseason I just got to get bigger, faster, stronger, and just work on the fine-tune my skills in the offseason, and I think that's what's going to help me.
I've heard a lot of players say that's kind of the mentality, not so much the skill sets or anything on the ice, but just bulking up, not necessarily bulking up, but just adding, muscle and weight. I mean, what does that entail for your workout regimen? How do you do that? Like that's a tough road to go, because at the same time you got to be nimble and agile, especially as scoring forward like yourself, but size and weight kind of, seems to be on the opposite side of that.
Yeah, well, I still got a lot of room to gain weight, so I don't think we have any problem there. So I got to lift heavy things this summer and try to build some muscle up.
Well, now what's the summer hold for you? I imagine hopefully some downtime, hopefully some vacation time too. What's up next for you, Josiah?
I'm going to Carolina to visit my brother, and hopefully they're still in playoffs by the time we go visit, so I can see some playoff games.